So you returned, still chasing power, or are you beginning to understand its weight? Last time, I warned you, ultimate skills are not just tools. They're truths, and some truths were never meant to be touched. Let's begin. Veldora Tempest, the storm dragon, chaos incarnate, but even he had to evolve. Faust, Lord of Investigation. Don't let the name fool you. This isn't about observation, it's about revelation. Faust doesn't just analyze, it rewrites probability. It peers into the structure of fate itself and asks, what if I change the odds? And it does. Probability manipulation gives Veldora the power to bend outcomes, force chance into choice. It doesn't guarantee miracles against equals, but against the weak. Their futures are already written. Then there's Pursuit of Truth. It doesn't lie in the future, but the past. Faust records the world's events, every action, every war. Veldora became more than a beast. He became a historian of existence. But what about Rimuru? He didn't just admire Veldora, he assimilated him. From the remains of the Storm Dragon, another ultimate skill was born. Veldora, Lord of Storms. Where Faust was analysis, this was presence. Storm Dragon release allowed Rimuru to manifest Veldora as a parallel entity, a god within a god. They are one soul, two storms, raging at once. Storm magic, storm restoration. Everything Veldora was now lives inside Rimuru. And then we enter territory darker, deeper, and far more intimate. Asmodeus, Lord of Lust. Luminous Valentine, a goddess in human skin, a vampire who commands life and death like a poet chooses words. Asmodeus doesn't seduce, it commands. Life domination bends the body, soul, and memory. It rebuilds them. It remakes the dead. It is resurrection not as mercy, but as judgment. Every soul is her clay. Every death, a door. And then there's Chloe Aubert, Hope Incarnate, tragedy in a time loop. Her ultimate skill? Yog-Sothoth, Lord of Spacetime. You want to talk about broken? She copies skills, steals them with C's, dominates them with force takeover. And that's just her offense. She controls space-time, temporal flow, and infinity. She jumps through time, sending memories back to her past self. She remembers losing, again and again. And because she remembers, she never loses again. She carries Absolute End, a blade that cuts through space itself, an infinity prison, a cage where time stands still. Chloe isn't playing the game, she's rewriting the rules. But the darkest corner? It's Yuuki Kagurazaka. He who laughs, he who plots, and who gained the sin of greed itself. Mammon, Lord of Greed. Where others steal skills with reverence, Yuuki rips them out. Skills steal. Control heart. He doesn't fight you. He becomes you. And if your soul isn't engraved with purpose, he owns you. Mammon corrupts everything, even will, even identity. He is what happens when ambition forgets its chains. And yet, there is beauty still. Zagion, the silent guardian, the shining insect who became a god. Mephisto, Lord of Fantasy. Fantasy world isn't metaphor, it's literal. Time bends to Zegion's imagination. Spiritual domination, thunder and water control, space-time domination. His aura can kill with pressure. His mind perceives everything. He doesn't react, he knows. His barrier, multidimensional. His will, unshakable. His power, beyond. Now let's pull back the veil, because everything you've seen so far, it's all still under the eye of Michael. Michael, Lord of Justice. The highest of angelic skills, the one who claims control over free will. He commands Armageddon, 2 million angels. He wields Regalia Dominion, enslaving the soul by sheer magical pressure. And worse, he duplicates the skills of his victims. Analyzes, copies, controls. Michael isn't power, he's networked power. His ultimate dominion overrides other angelic skill users. He can command, borrow, and multiply divine power. He is the virus in the system, designed not to destroy, but to replace. Every enchantment, every angelic law, it all feeds him. And then there's alternative, an enchantment he gives like a king handing out masks. Each mask a proxy skill, strong, flexible, but chained to Michael's will. These users, they are not warriors. They are weapons. But even Michael isn't alone. There is Sandalphon, Lord of Condemnation, born for eradication. Each bullet, remove, dispel, necrosis, eraser, is meant to strip you down to your soul, and then judgment comes. One strike, once per day. No mercy, no trial, just execution. If you're still here, still watching, then understand this. Ultimate skills aren't just magic. They are the culmination of existence. They are truths, and every truth demands a price. You wanted to know how the world breaks? This is how. And still, this is not the end. We've touched the surface. There are more. More sins, more virtues, more monsters who became myths. But we'll save that for another day. Because now you know. And knowledge, that's the beginning of power.